welcome to another video. Today we're going to take the Age of Darkness Contemptor Dreadnought and we're going to try and give it some Legion specific upgrades, just so it doesn't feel so boring and bland. I was looking at my Sons of Horus Contemptor Dreadnought that I painted when the Age of Darkness first came out, and apart from the decals and the paint job, it really just looks like every other Dreadnought that everyone else is using. So today I'm just going to use some stuff I have laying around in my bits box and some old jewelry chains that I got from Amazon, and I'm going to try and make this look like a World Eaters Dreadnought that everyone will look at and know straight away that is a World Eaters Dreadnought. There's two aesthetics that really make World Eaters what they are. One is the obvious blood and gore and the brutality, and the second one is the chains around their wrists. I wanted to utilise both of these in building this Dreadnought. This same principle can be used for any other Legion. If I was doing this for my Sons of Horus, I would be using some chains with skulls and some spiky bits. I started by assembling the model and choosing the pose. I went for a pose that has him charging into combat whilst ripping a marine apart. I started by getting some small jewelry chains that I picked up from Amazon and wrapping them around the wrists, covering them in super glue. And something that I discovered recently is some super glue accelerant, which makes it dry almost immediately. This is super useful for stuff like this. This was quite fiddly, and I glued my fingers together several times trying to get it in the right position, but I got there eventually. As you'll notice, I haven't built the hands for the Dreadnought yet, as I wanted to leave this off to make it much easier for posing the Marine. I use the super glue and accelerant to have the chains sticking out on an angle as if the arms are being swung forward. My intention was to attach something to the end of these chains, but then I remembered I had these leftover bits from the rampages and decided to cut the length of chain off and just use these instead, as it suited the aesthetic a lot better. And that's it for the chains. As you can see, I left one length of chain without any ink on the end just to add to the swinging effect. Now onto the Marine. I've got the pieces for a Mark IV that I had left over from another project. I'm just going to cut this up and use it. First thing I'm going to do is remove the Marine's left leg and then melt both ends with a cigarette lighter just to make it not look so plasticky. Then I'm going to cut the other leg just above the knee joint and cut an angle on it so I can make the knee bend to a 90-degree angle. And if you do this right with plastic glue, you should be able to do it without using any green stuff with a pretty small gap between. The easiest way I found to pose this is to put the thumb on the hand and then glue the piece into the base of the hand and then add the remaining fingers after you're happy with the position of the leg. And the same was done for the Marine with the torso as well. I repeated the process for the torso, but I did have to remove part of the power pack and also the inbuilt plasma gun for the fist, just to make it fit. This doesn't matter, you won't see any of it once the hand is on and the Marine's covering the hole at the end. In hindsight, I should have just left the left fist empty, but I'll know this for next time if I do something similar. Now the model's fully built, I'm pretty happy with the result overall. I'm going to go paint it. I'm going to use a very similar style to what I did in my previous video with the Rampager, and then we'll go on to doing some blood effects. Now the model's painted, I'm going to add some blood for the blood god to the fists. I'm just going to slop it on pretty thick, and then I'm going to use some water before it dries to remove some. I'm gonna add some Yoo-hoo glue mixed with blood for the blood god to add some stringy blood effects. My goal was to try and connect the leg to the amputated leg on the marine, but it was just too far and the glue didn't have the strength to hold up. Overall, really happy with how this project turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe if you did. I have some more videos planned for the coming weeks, so I look forward to posting them. I'll see you all next time.